In the conference, Oxford had to come from a goal down at York, the home side deservedly taking the lead with only 20 minutes to go. But with 10 minutes to spare, Simon Clist salvaged a point for the U's. He's never scored in a home game for Oxford, but this was his 6th on the road and was worth the celebration.
Oxford United, meanwhile, will face League One side Yeovil at the Kassam Stadium after seeing off Thurrock in the final qualifying round on Saturday, after Mark Crichton scored and Simon Clist caused enough nuisance to force an own goal late on.
There was no such Halloween horror show for Oxford United at the Kassam Stadium, despite striker Matt Green missing a first-half penalty against Altrincham. The aptly named Damien Batt scoring the only goal of the game to extend the U's lead to 8 points over their nearest conference rivals.
Don't run into trouble when he ran into McDonald. Good recovery by Batt. Bullman with McDonald snapping at his heels. Murray has been able to find Green. And Midson's there! And Oxford United have taken the lead. Brilliantly taken by Jack Midson. Jack Midson, who enjoyed FA Cup success with Histon last season when they defeated both Swindon and Leeds United from League One, has now put Oxford in front against Yeovil of League One. Tremendous determination then from Oxford. Batt to win the ball back initially, Murray to pick out the pass, and Midson there was always second favourite, but he got in ahead of Alcock and Oxford have gone in front. Chested on by Green, and an excellent finish by Jack Midson.
Last week, Oxford boss Chris Wilder turned down a move to Championship side Peterborough, but at Agborough it was as if he had gone. His side's performance lacked the discipline that he's instilled over the past 11 months, and they were 2 goals down inside the first 18 minutes. They were offered a route back into the game when Sam Deering was brought down and James Constable converted his 12th goal of the season. But Kidderminster weren't finished and they restored their 2-goal advantage shortly after half-time. It could have been worse for Oxford, who had Stephen Kinneborough sent off. Keeper Ryan Clark saved the spot kick that followed, but couldn't prevent the U's losing for only the 2nd time this season.
Barrow visit Oxford next weekend in the FA Cup. This weekend, though, the Cumbrian side were in town in the conference. James Constable bagged his 13th goal of the season as he scored from the penalty spot to seal United's 1-0 win. Barrow thwarted Oxford's efforts to add to their tally, but the win keeps United 5 points clear at the top. Things seemed to be going well for Oxford at Forest Green Rovers in the conference last night. James Constable had given them the lead with his 14th goal of the season. However, United were pushing to extend their lead when the floodlights failed. It looked like the match might have to be abandoned. About 15 minutes later, the lights came back on and the match got back underway. Oxford weren't able to add to their tally but remained 5 points clear at the top of the conference.
Another all-conference meeting, but no doubt about who started favourite in this one. Oxford's excellent early season form could earn them a return to the Football League. And when they took the lead through Jamie Cook's deflected shots, Barrow's hopes of a place in the 3rd round for the 2nd year running were fading fast. This was the 2nd meeting between the sides in a week. Last Saturday, Oxford were 1-0 winners, but this time there was to be a different ending. Just before half-time, Robin Hulbert was brought down by Luke Foster as he raced into the penalty area. Foster given the red card by referee Jock War. Oxford down to 10 men. Andy Bond beat goalkeeper Ryan Clark from the spot, and Barrow had earned themselves a replay. But only just. Despite being a man down, Jack Midson had a great chance to win the game for Oxford. His header went wide though, and the sides will meet again in Barrow.
Oxford manager Chris Wilder admitted that his side didn't deserve to win, but he'll be mighty glad they did. A goal down at half-time, they faced losing top spot in the conference for the first time since August. The second half was very different. It was a roller coaster of emotions. An amazing last 7 minutes saw the U's equalise through Adam Chapman. Scores elsewhere were starting to go their way, but when Oxford were awarded a penalty, James Constable saw his shot saved. He was, though, able to make amends in the 4th minute of stoppage time by heading the goal that takes United 5 points clear at the top of the table.
In the conference, Oxford United are still 5 points clear of the rest after brushing aside Ebbsfleet. Winger Alfie Potter stating his case for a regular start with 2 goals is first inside the opening 5 minutes. And James Constable continues to be the most feared striker in non-league football, bagging 2 himself. After Ebbsfleet had pulled a goal back, Potter and Constable both found the net again. After the game, boss Chris Wilder criticised a section of supporters who had booed during the match. Despite Ebbsfleet getting a late consolation goal, Oxford won and have reached the halfway point of the season with a massive 55 points.
They went down 3-1 to Barrow last night. Barrow will now face Premier League Sunderland. James Constable scored United's consolation goal.
And in the conference, Oxford United remain top of the table despite showing the spoils at Salisbury. Anome Sodje's late strike cancelled out in the last minute by the home side. The U's lead over Stevenage now just 2 points, but with 2 games in hand.